Hello and welcome back to the Fastest Podcast, where we cover everything from the greatest overtakes to the fastest pit stops. I'm your host Jazz, and today I have with me Pigeon and Dogra, and this is our Mexican Grand Prix preview. So we had Cota last weekend. We're going to cover a little bit of that. Talk a little bit about Mexican Grand Prix, as is the preview. And then we are going to cover some of your predictions and then some of our predictions and see where we land. We've had some pretty mixed ideas coming through on social media, so we are looking forward to getting into those a little bit. But guys, let's start with a little bit of roundup with Cota because we were live for the race, so we did a quick summary. We'll be live as well for the Mexican Grand Prix, so come and join us for that. But yes, Cota, guys, thoughts?
Well, we went into the weekend thinking, maybe this championship is back on. We went out of it with championship is back on in a way that we couldn't have predicted. Gap was 63 points when we entered Cota. Gap is 40 points when we leave.
Verstappen to Piastri, just to clarify.
Verstappen to Piastri. Norris has also caught up a little bit. Not much, but the gap isn't that big anyways towards his teammate. We've had Hulkenberg in the points, Tsunoda making up 17 places in total across both races. 2 points finishes, I believe, as well. Behrman in the points. We had Pierre Gasly and Franco Colapinto fighting for P17, ignoring team orders and fighting like he's fighting for a world championship, while trying to let Max Verstappen through as well, trying to lap him. Have I missed anything in that one? We had the amazing Leclerc v Norris fight, but we covered that extensively, of course, in the review. But yeah, there were a lot of moments in that race where have been better than most races we've seen this year. So that's good to see. We saw amazing battles, side-by-side action. The TV direction was immensely improved all of a sudden.
Those helicopter shots.
Yeah.
You don't realise until you're trackside how hard the guy flying that helicopter is working. Like, when you see it on the TV, you're like, oh, that's a nice shot. But then if you're trackside, it's like war has started. It's so impressive. Like, when I was in Hungary, I think I was watching the helicopter more than I was watching the cars.
And it was also because you didn't have anything to see on track, so...
Well, the scary part is that helicopters are far more difficult to actually fly. They're very, very tiring on the body as well. So kudos to the pilot.
I remember in Zandvoort as well, they were pretty focused on the turn 3, the Hugenholzbocht. And they were just constantly flying circles to get back to it. And I was wondering, how many hours would those guys have to complete in a helicopter before they are officially allowed to do those kind of shots?
Yeah.
No, I remember this season, I can't remember which race exactly, but I know this season they took Martin Brundle up to do it. And even he was like, okay, let me out now. Yeah, it's so impressive. And just watching back the Leclerc-Norris battle through the helicopter shots, I was like, unreal stuff.
Good. Yeah.
But I would like to talk a little bit about Alpine. We'll just touch on it briefly, but I would like to talk a little bit about it because they do get kind of overlooked just purely because of where they are track position-wise. We don't talk about them often enough.
That last, so...
Yeah. That team order's cool. Now, I understand what point they were trying to make, near the end of the race. They're managing fuel. They've got Bortoletto behind. and someone...
That was it.
Was it?
Only Bortoletto behind.
Was it Bortoletto? Okay. Well, they're told to hold position. They're not even fighting for points. They are in the middle of getting lapped, as you said. Did Colapinto do the right thing? Because I understand both sides of this. I think, on one hand, you're not really gaining anything, apart from not finishing last. Him overtaking did kind of leave Gasly a bit vulnerable. But at the same time, he is kind of driving for his career at the moment. But there's also downsides to disregarding team orders in that sense too. So what do you guys think?
I mean, as you said, they weren't fighting for points. The only thing that Colapinto had to gain was respect. Because these final 6 races are his audition for next year.
Yeah, but now he's just in trouble.
Yeah, but we've talked about this for the entire season already. Like, that Alpine seat is chaos. They chucked in Jack Doohan for 6 races. Then they said, you leave, you get out of here. They put Colapinto in that car. He has not scored any points. But he has outperformed Gasly 6 on 6. They are tied now with 5 rounds to go. He has nothing to gain other than that seat. If he scores points, amazing, great, good for him. But he really just wants to get that seat to get to next year and have that car and maybe finally unlock some pace and get to show what he was doing in that Williams last year.
And, maybe that Mercedes engine might play out for him.
Yeah, I mean, the way in which he did it was maybe not the most respectful. I mean, he did get team orders.
This is the thing.
Ignored them, but then again, he battled his teammate cleanly.
I mean,
that was
the past.
It was a good overtake.
Yeah, the fact that then Gasly got overtaken by Bortoletto has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Well, it did leave him a bit vulnerable. Like I would argue that maybe if they held position, Gasly wouldn't have been overtaken.
I would more say cheers to Bortoletto for that one, because Bortoletto went to the side to let Max by, and then he just took the opportunity to put a move on Gasly when he was letting Max by as well.
I mean,
I'd have to look back at it, of course, because we were live at the moment at that time. But
I respect the move. I respect what he was trying to do there. I just don't know if that is the best way to go about securing a race seat for next year, especially with Alpine. They've put out this statement about it, and both drivers have had their little quotes added in, and it just doesn't feel great. And I mean, I would feel pretty bad for Colapinto if he's not driving next year because of that. And that's not a crazy thing to assume either, because we've seen things less get you kicked out of a team. And I don't know, maybe upsetting Flavio is not the move.
I mean, to be fair, I still don't know why they kicked out Doohan, but
Agree.
I mean, he wasn't scoring points.
Oh no, the rookie didn't score points in the worst car on the grid in 3 races. Ooh.
Yeah, that's terrible. I mean,
how could he do that?
The shame.
That's
shame.
criminal.
Pinnacle of motorsport.
You're fighting against 18 of the best drivers in the world and Stroll. And you can't score points because they only award points to half the grid.
Yeah, what a time. What a time we are living in Formula One. But yeah, I just wanted to get your thoughts on the Alpine fiasco. But I think we're all kind of on the same page. Respect the move. Maybe not ideal, but it is what it is. Let's kind of see how this plays out.
If you'd compare this to Lawson v Perez last year, because they were constantly at one another's wheels, I would say throats, but they were driving. So.
But it's wheels.
I mean, that was a little bit disrespectful because Lawson was defending in a way that wasn't, I would say, teammate-like. They weren't teammates, but they were under the same management.
Sportsman-like.
Lawson was trying to get that seat. But Colapinto put on a great move.
Yeah.
He just overtook him, and as I said, that's all he needs to do at this point. He needs to give Briatore a reason to let him stay, and
Yeah,
that
but
is a reason.
it's a reason and it's also not a reason. That's my issue with it. I don't even really have a problem with a little bit of disobeying some team orders, especially when they're at face value kind of stupid. But I mean, at the same time, teams don't like it when you don't do as you're told.
Right, but even the team has to look at it this way that there's no point. There's nothing there. Even if they crashed, it wouldn't have mattered. It just would have costed them some money. That's not an issue. Like, it is an issue. It's just
In
not
this
that big
in
of an
this
issue.
in this cost cap era, Dogra. In this cost cap era we're in.
But they didn't crash. It was, I would say, a clean overtake, but it was a good overtake, and we should just let it go. Simple as that.
I agree. Not sure the board of directors at Alpine are going to agree, but I suppose
We'll
yeah,
see.
we'll just have to see how it plays out. But anyway,
There could be some pressure on Colapinto now though, because Paul Aaron will be in that car, giving them a direct comparison between the two.
the thing is with Colapinto, like I think any team would be smart to have him because he's very marketable. Like off track, he's got a massive fan base. He brings good sponsors. He's a very attractive prospect for a team like Alpine. So I wouldn't have thought that this will do it, but stranger things have happened. So
Yeah.
But
let's hope his on-track performance speaks for itself for the rest of the season. Let's move on a little bit to another driver whose performance has been questioned. Our boy Yuki Tsunoda. He had a great drive, I would argue, like a recovery drive. He didn't make Q3 for the sprint, had difficulties in qualifying for the
I would
Grand Prix.
I would say qualifying not good, but the race he really performed well. Sprint, of course, complete chaos with McLaren's DNFing. But then he navigated his way through the debris field like Lightning McQueen. Um,
that was
gained
also
11.
Leclerc, by the way.
Yeah, but there were more drivers who were channeling their inner cars. But he stayed out of trouble and he finished, I would say, P6, P5,
P7, I
P7?
think.
P7.
I think both times P7.
That's good. That's good.
That's
Especially
very
if they're
good.
P18. Yeah, nothing to say on that one. He just did a nice race. You can't gain much in the sprint anyways these days.
Yeah.
So to gain 11 places, that's terrific.
Yep.
And then in the race, the same. He had a good start, drove a good race. Only finished half a minute behind Max. So.
We've seen his quotes recently, things that he's been speaking to the media about. You know, he feels like he's got potential now at Red Bull, you know, especially with the way they're developing. I did have a thought, actually, about Tsunoda. If it doesn't stick with Red Bull, Honda, Aston Martin...
No. If he is not getting a seat at Red Bull next year, he is out of a seat.
For now.
Maybe if Alonso does decide to retire after 2026, they might get him in. But then again, they have Drugovic. They don't need another driver. They have Jack Crawford, I believe. So they have academy drivers who are also in line to pick up the pieces if needed. So they have no use for Tsunoda. Sadly for Tsunoda, of course.
Yeah.
I think Tsunoda has done enough to be considered for that seat. I wouldn't put Hadjar in it because you'll have the same situation as you have with Tsunoda this year, as you've had with Lawson, as you've had with Perez, who tried to get that car in on par with Max and just crashed the car every time. But for next year, I think Mekis has a really good effect on Yuki, on Max, on the entire team, and I think he can get there if they build the car correctly. And I think that Yuki would be a great addition to the team. if they get close to the top again next year.
It's a very big uncertainty in the car department for them because there's no arrows. I mean, there's no Newey for the arrows, and there's no, Honda for the engine. It's a completely different setup that they'll be running. So let's see how Ford performs.
I mean, everyone expects that they've lost Newey, that they'll build a car that's terrible. But
It's not just the fact that there's no new, it's also the fact that they're trying out a new engine.
yeah, but Ford is also not a bad company. They are in every single major racing series in the world.
I'm aware, but F1 is, I mean, they were in F1 before, as far as I remember, but
Yeah,
still, see,
they could of course become the new Ferrari.
it's also a new regulation, so we don't know what's in store at all.
Yeah.
We don't know. I was just pointing out that little relationship does exist. So nothing's ever off the table when it comes to sponsors and money.
But we'll have another round of Ford v Ferrari again, so.
A win is a win. A win is a win.
That was
Probably
loud.
won't. That was loud.
What, the clicks?
Yeah, your room echoes.
Sound barrier.
Not that fast.
We have had a little bit of breaking news today, actually, Tuesday, when we're recording this. Colton Herta is going to F2. I just want to touch on it really briefly because, Cadillac and he's their reserve driver. Don't want to linger on it too long.
Test driver, by the way.
Test driver.
I misquoted it.
Also, technically, it's Wednesday for me, but.
Good morning.
Thank you.
No, it isn't.
It is.
Oh, wait, it's almost 1 a.m. for you, sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Again, good morning.
Good morning.
Colton Herta.
Joining F2.
Joining F2. I mean, we've seen some different opinions on it. I
think it's good.
I get it. I don't really have a really strong opinion on it either way. I get it because he'll be with Cadillac. But then you've got like Pedro Award, for example, and he's not been an F2 driver, but he's still attached to McLaren. So I don't know if it was 100% necessary. He's 25, so going into F2.
The thing is, they have him as a test driver. I think that they will try to put him in that car.
I think they will as well.
In the near future.
I think it's like, it's until, I feel like what Cadillac is trying to do is, until they don't produce their own engines, they have Valtteri and Perez in the car. And then as soon as they have their new engine, they'll be like, oh, new era, so new driver.
All American.
I think it'll depend on their performance as well. If they do well, they could just stay. But they will both be 40 by then, I believe.
Yeah, I mean...
I think the main reason for them putting Herta in F2 or Herta going to F2 is just because of super license points. I don't think you get that many super license points in IndyCar or any American series for that matter. They also reduced the amount of points you'll get in the regionals from the regional championships.
Yeah.
So the only real way to get into F1 with the super license is to go the F3, F2, and then F1 route. That's not always possible.
I'm just not sure I see the vision. Like he's 25 years old.
Yeah.
That's for F1 now. That's old. Especially to put him in F2. Like respectfully, that's old.
25. That's Norris.
Yeah, no, not
Yeah.
Norris.
Norris is
26, I think.
26, I think.
Yeah, that's close to Norris.
Yeah, and that.
And he has 7 years in F1 under his belt by now.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at Antonelli.
Look at Antonelli. Like that's kind of where the age they are now starting to start. Having a 25-year-old on the F2 grid. It's not like he's joining the F1 grid. He's 25 in the F2 grid. I'm not sure I see the vision on this.
I will say it's interesting to see because we are going to get a one-to-one comparison on IndyCar v F2. If he does
Yeah.
well, I think more drivers could try out going to F2 from American Series or whatever to have a shot at getting into F1, because it's been a really hard road, a difficult road to get into F1, and we've
I
had some experiments with F2, but
half
But
agree with you. I want it to be more like accessible, but I also don't want men in their mid-20s in F2. Like, it should be for the little ones. Like, I'm 22. If I was an F2 driver, I think I'd be too old. Like, I'd feel too old to be there with the children. Like,
we,
I
we
just
have we have Richard for sure, who was, I believe, also 25.
yeah. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I mean, he's also come through the feeder formulas.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like I'm being some sort of like
we'd also
No,
have
but
a lot
I
of
do get
FIA
your point.
Formula
It's a
snob.
feeder series. It's an academy series. So
we'd also have a lot
yeah,
of comparisons, like toxic fans would be like, "Ooh, this proves F2 is better than IndyCar." Ooh, it's
we'll
just
see
that.
next
No,
year.
I mean,
Please
If
don't.
he's nowhere, we can laugh.
I love a bit of IndyCar. I love a bit of F2. I'm not saying this is a terrible idea. I just think it's an interesting one. It will be interesting to see how it plays out. And if it can become progression for more drivers, then great. That's kind of all we want to see. I'm just not sure that. I'm not sure.
That's fair.
Doesn't sit right. Like for
Yeah.
me, the F2 drivers, they're the babies. Like they. Like,
What about
I
F3
don't know.
drivers then?
They're the littler babies, and the F4 ones are the newborn babies.
Infants.
Like infants. No, but like I just. They're junior categories, and I don't look at him as a junior driver. I don't
Makes
know.
sense,
I
makes
don't want to
sense.
sound. I don't want to sound like
we,
some sort of elitist
we still
Formula
call Alonso
snob.
a rookie, so
Yeah, well, Colton Herta, closer to his age demographic. I don't know.
I mean,
We'll see. Hopefully, it pays off for them. I would like to see it go well. I think what I'm trying to articulate is I don't want to see the precedent set that suddenly there are a lot of older drivers in F2.
I understand that. Yeah,
I think that's what I mean.
yeah. But while on the topic of F2 drivers going into F1, Mexico.
Mexico.
Ooh.
What a segue. Well done, man.
I know. I have a way with words. I mean, Mexico has been kind of the training ground for the rookie outings for the past years. So we will see, I believe, 6 or 7 rookies swapping into cars of F1 drivers.
Mhm.
And we just lost one. we will see, and I'll name them. I'll name them all. We will see Arvid Lindblad replacing Max Verstappen for Red Bull.
Damn.
Pato O'Ward, I don't know for who, but he's going to be driving in a McLaren.
Norris.
We will have Frederick Vesti in for George Russell at Mercedes. We will have Antonio Fuoco in at Ferrari, replacing Lewis Hamilton. Luke Browning will replacing Carlos Sainz at Williams. Jack Crawford will be driving in Stroll's car, I believe. Aston Martin. And then we have Paul Aaron, who will be replacing Gasly at Alpine.
Yep.
So we will see a direct comparison between the two at Mexico, like I said. There are a couple of more rumored to be driving, but no confirmations yet. So, but at least 6 or 7 drivers will be sitting out FP1, and rookies will be taking their place. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of lap times they will be producing. On the other hand, less running for the seasoned drivers, which could spice it up a little bit as well.
See, the thing is, I never get why they do this in Mexico, because it's notorious for, issues.
I mean, Mexico isn't a really, I wouldn't say, difficult track.
No,
But
I know,
it's you have long straights and then not really super difficult corners, so there's less likelihood of them crashing the car. You wouldn't do this at Monaco or Singapore or Kota.
No, I just mean more in terms of it's a notorious car issue track, just because of altitude, and it's just a different environment entirely to what the cars are usually doing. So it's just notorious for some sort of car malfunction. So that's why it surprises me. In terms of like the track characteristic and everything, it's a great one to put the rookies on.
We'll also see the Mexican Minister of Defense there.
I mean, I don't know if he's going to be at the track, but
He probably, I mean, he's coming in next year anyway, so he might as well be there.
Perez said, I think, when it was announced that he'd be joining Cadillac, he was like, "Yeah, that's next year. I am not going near an F1 track. I don't want to see an F1 track." I was like, "Okay, buddy."
yeah. I mean, we saw madness last year with Verstappen v Norris. Verstappen completely losing the plot of what he was doing. Gaining, I think, 4 penalty points in the process, 20 seconds time penalty.
2 separate entry and time penalties.
Yeah, he was joking that he could have had a cup of tea in the middle. Yeah.
I think I've repressed this race.
Could be, yeah. Of course, Sainz winning that race. The last time Ferrari won a Grand Prix was Mexico. Yeah, not much else happened in that race. I think that was Lawson v Perez once again.
I mean,
Lawson,
we can see a repeat of Verstappen versus Norris again, especially now that they're both so close together in the championship. So.
I mean, the thing that makes Mexico interesting is that iconic run down to turn 1 in lap 1 with all the cars trying to slipstream. And a move that Verstappen made famous was that he just overtakes 3 cars and takes a lead into turn 1. Yeah.
Lando, if you're listening.
He's not.
No, I just.
He's not.
He's watching the podcast, okay? He's watching the podcast.
He does.
As is Flavio Briatore, as is Ben Sulayem, all the
Zach
team
Brown.
principals, James Vowles, Zach Brown,
I heard
Lauren McKees.
I heard that the team principals kind of like they get together, they have like a sleepover before race weekends, and they watch the podcast. So
yeah, just ours though.
Just obviously.
Yeah, exclusive.
So
a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure. But it's what we do, guys. It's what we do. Yes, that is kind of the gist with Mexico. Sorry, I've lost my train of thought thinking about all the team principals having a sleepover.
In cute pink pajamas.
No, each of them have their iconic team colors pajamas.
Their names on, like
it's not even a pajama.
On and then the logo as well from the team.
It's not even a pajama. It's a onesie. It's a onesie with a hoodie.
Oh, onesie.
And then imagine James Vowles in a unicorn sparkles, Williams themed.
You know what?
Onesie.
Yeah.
And then Toto Wolff will be in a Star Wars because he's Darth Toto.
Oh boy! I mean, Zach Brown would look
American probably.
Very orange.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mexico.
I'm clipping that.
I saw a VCarb that posted that they were saddened by the fact that they couldn't no longer rock their cowboy hats. I think they completely forgot that Mexico has the sombrero. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just move to sombreros. Yeah. Nacho sombreros.
Deeply horrified by their special kit for Austin. It just looked like a Cheeto bag.
I mean, I think they became
still American.
I think they became what they made because they did a tortoise and they were pretty slow. So
if that was tortoise, then what have they been putting in those Cheetos? But anyway, that is again besides the point. Mexico has been a snooze fest a little bit in recent years. Last year, I think, was a bit more interesting.
No,
I genuinely
still not.
Cool.
The most interesting part of that was that Verstappen went crazy.
genuinely think I've repressed this. What did he do to Lando that I've just decided to look from my memory?
We got back from USA, and then we went into Mexico. Down at turn 4, I believe, Verstappen went aggressive, pushed Lando off, which was, in my opinion, not really the penalty. What came afterwards was an assault. Verstappen tried to pass Lando in high-speed corners, turn 7 and 8, and they both just went off. And yeah, that did earn him the points. No one would have defended that one. Yeah.
Cool.
And that was the most interesting thing that happened. And then we had Lawson v. Perez. He tried to overtake him once again and just couldn't get past.
No, but you called it assault. That's the funniest part.
Absolutely zero recollection.
Yeah,
I need
maybe
to start doing my job
for the better. I do have worse news, though. We now have the 2025 cars.
I might sleep through it. No, I've never missed a race. I will never miss a race, but I will suffer.
Well, I'm just afraid that if I do miss the race, that the McLarens are going to do something crazy.
No.
Sorry, the Ferraris are going to do something crazy.
No. You can miss the race.
The Aston Martins are going to do something crazy.
That's it. Yeah, crack on.
Kieran might be thinking the opposite then. Say Alpines.
The thing with McLaren now, I think they've got to wear their get along shirt for the rest of the season, or I'm
a visual thinker, okay?
I watched that process for you. No, the fact of the matter is, yeah, I think they're gonna have to, as I made abundantly clear post race of the day, they have to lock in because Max is not playing, and
he wasn't playing last time in Mexico. We saw that.
If that was playing,
to make it fair, McLaren, to make it fair, are going to say, Max, can you race Oscar this time instead? Just to make things fair.
Oscar's been nowhere for the past few races.
Should we talk about that? I feel like we've overlooked that maybe a little bit.
Yeah, we could. Should I start us off?
Better you than me, I think.
He made a pretty big mistake in the sprint.
Massive.
Caused both drivers to DNF.
Horrendous.
I would say if you could choose between the result they had in the race or the sprint was the worst one. Because Verstappen got 8 points on both of them.
Yeah.
In the sprint, which is usually only like 1 or 2 points max, which you could gain. And then the race, he was still nowhere, which I could kind of scribble away under no race experience with the car that weekend because you missed the sprint. But he was nowhere. He has been nowhere for a couple of races now. He's made mistakes. He's made silly moves. Not real race pace.
Is he cracking under pressure? I don't know what's going on. Because he was confident. Could be, but because he was so confident, like before, like I don't know. After Miami, it was like just a completely different Oscar we were seeing. But ever since then,
I saw someone quote. They said like the results are like waves. You know, you get into a rhythm, you do good, you make one mistake, and you can carry that on for 3 races, and then you could get back up again. I think Oscar is just in that now. He's just kind of lost his rhythm. Needs to get back into it. Maybe taking pole on a Saturday could fix it. But at this point in the season, you don't want that. You're fighting for a world championship.
I feel like there is momentum with the 3 behind him, maybe at the moment more than with him. You know, even George is on a great form run. Out of the top 4 that are still in contention, me and Pigeon were talking about this earlier. He's probably on the worst form out of all of them, which is a shame to see because he has done so well this season.
and he's the championship leader, for God's sake.
He is championship leader. I feel like a lot of people have kind of been talking like it's already over for him. It's definitely not. I think the issue in Austin is that the move that he made, it was very widely criticised by a lot of other drivers, past and present, because, make that move. Don't make it turn lap 1. That's a move that you make
Yes, but
at
you
that
can only
corner.
overtake at lap 1 these days.
No, we saw in this race that that's not
No,
true.
that's Coda specific, but the rule this year has been if you want to overtake, do it at lap 1. Because if you get stuck behind the driver, you will not get past.
Yeah.
Agree, but that switchback was just not gonna.
I'm not defending the move at all. I think Russell did the same thing last year to Sainz.
Yeah. I mean, I think
was
they
it
actually
2 years ago. 2 years ago, sorry.
they asked George about it. I saw a clip of them asking George about it, and he was like,
Yeah.
"You don't do that then." Like, he didn't want to be controversial because you know what it's like. It's hard being George Russell. But the fact of the matter is, it's really not about the aggression or anything. It's just about the fact that this is a stupid time to try and pull that move off. And it didn't just hurt him, it hurt the teammate as well. So the team suffered a big blow for that. I think Sunday was just... The McLaren was not super pacey. And I mean, now you're going to say to me, but, you know, Norris overtook Leclerc and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but it should have been easier. Should have been a lot
took him a lot of effort.
I mean, DRS.
And he had to do it twice.
I mean,
twice.
taking away Leclerc's amazing racecraft during that defense, like it took him a lot of there was a lot of DRS help needed to even to attempt to overtake. Otherwise, Leclerc was just pulling away, then coming back up during the DRS. But I mean, you have to give it to Leclerc. Give him that McLaren car, and he might start taking the championship away.
Yeah, I methat was stunning from Leclerc. I was watching some of the footage of them just going wheel to wheel, and I was really looking at the front end of that McLaren, and you could see it was not maybe the easiest to follow. So yeah, I mean,
you saw that in quali as well.
Yeah,
the car through the S's was all over the place. I thought Norris was going to crash like 3 times in 6 seconds.
Yeah, I mean when he was right behind Leclerc, it was very unstable.
Plus,
so it was just
he also had that risk of track limits. So
yeah, he did very well to avoid that in the end. But yeah, I mean Piastri. Let's see what he does in Mexico.
If he doesn't do well in Mexico, I would say that it's going to get messy towards the final 4 races.
Yeah,
because we are coming into some of Max's favorite tracks as well.
Also,
Brazil, Vegas. You know,
Red Bull will have the advantage in Vegas as well. I would argue.
Probably, I definitely won't count Mercedes out as well.
Yeah,
they have been strong there, but we are about to head to some tracks that are both driver circuits or really team specific. And if you make a mistake, there's walls close, there's threats of rain at certain tracks. We're heading to Qatar, could be another heat hazard.
Clearly my favorite track.
Yeah. I think we do have a week in between, don't we?
I think so, yeah.
So yeah, another trivia night is coming as well. But yeah, there's going to be some interesting tracks coming, and if both McLaren drivers are not on their best performance, the championship is just gone.
Yeah, I mean, the important thing is in this sport, anything can happen. You know, that top 4 could go a lot of different ways. You know, statistically, probably not, but a lot could go very interestingly with this.
Yeah.
Like we've seen crazy things happen before. It's important to not count anyone out, I'd say at this point. Maybe George is not going to be world champion this year, but like, you know, it's
to my great disappointment, I have to agree.
Oh, I'm sure you're very disappointed.
I mean, I like Russell as a driver, just not as a person.
Fair. Yeah, no, the thing I've always learned with this sport is that just do not get too comfortable. So we could see a lot of things change, especially as the pressure mounts in a way that it has not yet this season. But On that, actually, looking ahead, let's do predictions. Yay!
Our newest favorite segment.
Woohoo!
We asked you guys on Twitter what's going to happen.
And you delivered.
You guys answered.
Chaotically.
Yeah, someone said Sergio Perez will be the star of the weekend. We've already debunked that one, sadly.
You never know. Anything
You never
possible.
know.
Could be. Do you guys want these in most said, least said, weirdest, whatever? How do you want these?
Yeah, let's go with most.
Start with the most. Start with
Okay,
most.
the most overwhelming predictions was a Max win
Of
and a
course.
Ferrari podium.
Shut up.
Oh,
Yeah,
2 shoeies coming.
probably. 3 if Hamilton is on there. So
See, I really need Lando to win this, but not at the cost of a shoey.
yeah. On that note, though, the third most Hamilton podium 5 times was predicted.
I
Yeah.
will pray to all gods.
I keep saying this. It's gonna happen at some point. I just don't know when. Mexico would be a good one for Hamilton. I think he's always been kind of strong there. If he
Either
knows the
Mexico
car,
or
that's
Brazil.
crazy. Yeah, probably.
Brazil!
Would be iconic if he did it at Abu Dhabi, though. Final race of the season and just take a podium.
No, it
That
would be
would
iconic
be-
for
would be
Brazil
good.
for him.
Yeah, still. Fourth was Russell on the podium. Not really a bold prediction or whatever, but still.
Give us a bold prediction now.
A bold prediction.
I think I saw one Tsunoda top 5.
I have one really bold prediction: a Lawson podium.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Didn't he get close?
P5 in
so.
Baku.
Yeah.
So
This
now-
is
now
the
really-
thing. I'd love to laugh that one off, but as I've just said, you never
We've
know.
had crazier things. Then we have 2. Yeah, a couple people said Norris wins. Could see that happen.
It was me.
A vital one. Piastri finally returns to the podium.
I hope
That's been
so.
predicted.
I want him
How
to.
long has it been?
Been a while, actually.
Zandvoort. Oh, no, Monza. Sorry, Monza.
Monza, yes. And then Zandvoort was his
P3
last
at Monza.
win.
Yeah.
Holy macaroni.
We have a couple more. As you said, Dogra. Yuki top 5. Someone predicted Tsunoda will finally break into the top 5 in a Red Bull.
Please.
He has had it in Racing Bulls, just not in the Red Bull. And this one is just a guarantee. Ferrari engine trouble, lift and coast.
Lifted.
It's gotta happen.
I'll be, and let me tell you, that's coming
that's
from a
not
Ferrari
even-
fan.
That's not even a prediction anymore. That's just that happens.
That's
every
coming
race.
from a Ferrari fan or a Ferrari engineer.
Yeah. So yeah, that was you guys' predictions. They were varied. Not all of them can happen, sadly, but I think some of them will come true. So yeah, I think it's time for our predictions now.
All right.
Hmm.
Verstappen,
No
Hamilton,
fun
Piastri / Norris. Basically, Verstappen, Hamilton, McLaren.
Yeah, fair.
Norris, Verstappen, Russ, Piastri.
Russ
Could you repeat
Piastri?
that one more
Who's
time?
that?
Russ Piastri.
Is that Russian Piastri? Oh, Piastri!
No, that was the sound of me changing my mind.
So Norris, Verstappen, Piastri.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going for Verstappen, Leclerc, Hamilton.
I don't trust Ferrari at this circuit.
I mean, they won.
I
last
don't
year.
trust them at any circuit.
Just don't trust them. That's
That's how you win.
Yeah.
Do you think I was expecting
No,
that
I just-
Leclerc P3? I was not.
I think if Ferrari were going to bring upgrades, it would be a radio jammer. just to be able to turn off the radio.
Or an EMP.
Yeah.
That's not Ferrari bringing the upgrade. That's Hamilton and Leclerc bringing the upgrade.
That's not a lot.
Have you seen Cars too? Have you seen Cars too?
Yeah.
Those cameras? Yeah.
Respect. No, I think when I say Norris win, I don't mean he's worked particularly hard for it, right? What I mean is a very specific set of things has happened. In that Piastri and Verstappen have kept themselves busy with each other. And he's just kind of snuck through.
They were making out at the corner of the track or something.
That's exactly what I meant. Yeah.
Okay.
Again. Move on.
Pole position. It's not even really. You can choose out of 4. It's Verstappen, Norris, Piastri, Russell. That's
I want it to be Piastri. I want the guy to be back on form. So
the thing is, if you take pole at Mexico, it's basically guaranteed to have Max going past you.
I think
but it's Piastri. Piastri is actually really good at defense.
Yeah. Is Mexico a driver circuit in your guys' opinions?
I mean, it depends. Is Verstappen assaulting anyone again?
The thing
I think it's really car specific. If you're going to have car troubles, you're going to have them at Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also don't think it's necessarily a driver favourite either. So.
No, it just has something. It's the arena.
It's cool. Don't get me wrong.
Unique podium celebration, but the track itself is. It's a mix of different styles. It has long straights, but then it has a really slow middle sector, and then another straight, which is actually a corner, and then you get into the arena, which is also really slow again, and then you basically curve onto the straight, which they keep switching the DRS zones every year for who knows what. We don't know what tires they're going to bring yet. Probably something in the hard compound, so we'll see a 1-stopper or basically a 0-stopper, but they have to stop once because the regulations don't allow them to go. Yeah. The thing with these previews always is we don't know. So
we don't know. I'm just double checking to see. We haven't heard about the tires.
No, that's Wednesday, I believe. They
have the hat is cool.
Yeah.
The winner's hat.
Yeah.
The podium hats even.
Oh, okay.
Green.
I haven't seen them yet, but yeah.
I'll take your word.
I mean, it's also sponsored by Heineken, probably. So, as it has been for the past couple of years.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
But I think that's everything for us today.
Yeah.
We will be back at the weekend after qualifying and during and after the race.
Yeah.
Can't get rid of us that easily. But anyway.
Well, depends if we can get someone to stream during the race. It's late for all of us.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, we'll see. We'll keep you guys up to date. Thanks for the predictions once again. If you have any more, put them in the comments.
Please.
And we will see you on Saturday, I believe.
Yeah, keep an eye across our socials as well for updates about if we're doing watch-alongs, articles, any breaking news. We've got it covered. So do make sure to follow us on social media, on TikTok, just for general, all things Formula, lots of updates, always, especially on a race week. So yeah, that's everything from us today. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.